science fiction on a screen so bright. Old classics and the new delights. The unapologetic geek will lead the way, with facts and fun to fill your day. Discussing every detail, every frame, from the eerie to the loud and the tame. Gig along with all that's great, those Sunday vibes you can't debate. Tug along with the Sunday crew, geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate.
Hi.
Oh, we're on already. Greetings from South Carolina.
Welcome back to Tug Chat.
You haven't finished that book yet? He's stuck in a time loop. He has to keep reading it and reading it and reading it.
Yes. Hey, I managed to read at least 2 pages every time I'm waiting on this show to start.
Well, there you go. I should make the intro longer so that you read more of it. A few behind the scenes things. I am on painkillers still because last week I threw out my back, and this week I decided to keep doing my house chores like normal instead of resting like my doctor told me to. So yeah, fun. So if I make pained expressions, that's why. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just old. It's normal.
And I'm on painkillers because I choose to be.
You're just on them for fun, recreationally. Also, I've heard the feedback from everybody, and I've gotten the feedback from my algorithm, and all my regular videos will start coming back on Sunday starting next week with Donovan's Brain. Everybody complained when I tried to switch it up, so I won't do that again. I won't make that mistake again. Sorry.
That's because people, especially old people, they get used to this pattern. And, you know, and I'll be one to say it, my pattern on Sundays is to do the show with you, get a snack, drink a drink, and watch your video 30 minutes later when it comes out.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, it throws your whole day off.
I'm going to go back to it. A lot of people messaged me behind the scenes, especially on Facebook, telling me that I was evil for changing up my routine. Stop it. Don't do that. So
evil.
I don't think anybody actually said
are you evil?
I may be exaggerating a little.
Are you so evil you're evil?
Evil.
An evil petting joke.
So let me go ahead and say hi to the people in the chat. Let's see, we've got Michael DiCosimo. Hello, Michael DiCosimo. Good to see you again. Just Carowin is here as always. Greetings, Carowin.
Justy.
Our resident fact checker, channel member, Indy Spoats, or AM, is here as always.
Oh, and by the way, Indy, did you see what I did there with there's no such thing as a good war or a bad peace? Know what I mean?
And yeah, don't worry, Michael. You can get back to that, watching it on Monday mornings with your breakfast. You can get back to that next week. I will be dropping a review of Donovan's Brain next Sunday, so that'll be fun.
Why did they never remake that movie?
I don't know. It seems ripe for a remake. Like, I really want them to. I think they could right now. That's actually like a whole part of my video. I talk about why they should remake it.
They've remade far worse movies.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it has a former first lady in it. Too, by the way.
Blank, man. I don't know Donovan's Brain right off the tip of my head.
It's one of those 50s movies where they take a brain out of a body and like the brain is alive. But this is like a lot more serious than The Brain That Wouldn't Die, which I've also covered. This one is it was written by the same guy who wrote The Wolfman and Hollywood legend Kurt Siodmak, and it's about like it's like the brain turns psychic and like invades this guy's mind, and he goes around committing like financial crimes. It's really weird. It's a weird movie, but I like it. It's good. It has Nancy Reagan in it.
It does. And the book is actually really good. The movie is solid. I think the movie is solid, but
I'm halfway through the book right now.
I'm not a good judge of the movies about brain removals because my favorite one has Steve Martin in it.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a great one. Of course.
That's actually an homage to the disenfranchised brain movies of earlier times. So, yes.
Apparently, there's another one. I think it's called The Brain Without a Body or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's a couple. And, of course, It from Wrinkle in Time, spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Giant brain. Let's see.
Brain and brain. What is brain?
Okay. So yeah, today we're actually going to talk about sequels that aren't so great. Like, because I just dropped a review on Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which apparently is more popular than I thought it was, judging by my comment section. A lot of people took issue with me calling it the worst Planet of the Apes sequel. I stand by it. I still believe it is. But apparently I'm not a majority. I thought I was.
I'm glad somebody pointed that out to you.
There are good Planet of the Apes sequels.
Yeah, well, I mean, the
Careful,
conquest of the
careful.
Planet of the Apes is great. Some of the apes actually like rise up and like kill all their human masters. It's great. I love that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, say y'all, Tug over there, he made that first cardinal rule, that first mistake when it comes to criticizing movies from back in the day. Don't criticize one with Charlton Heston in it.
Oh, I know. I
You
even gave
won't win.
credit at the end, but nope. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about Beneath the Planet of the Apes. That'll be my pick, and then I'll lead into everybody else's picks.
I knew you'd open with that. I knew it.
I had
I
to.
knew it.
He's a
Because I have
glutton
to clear the air here, man. Like,
for punishment's what you are.
let me just make one thing clear. I still like the movie. It's a Planet of the Apes movie. I'm still going to like it. And yeah, it has Charlton Heston in it for like 10 minutes. And those 10 minutes are great. The problem is the rest of the movie, they've got James Franciscus like doing his best Charlton Heston impression, which they shouldn't have done that. They should have hired somebody who looked nothing like Charlton Heston.
When I was a
They should have
kid,
done
my stepdad told me he looked like that because it was his son coming to find his dad. And I think that would have been a better plot point if it hadn't worked that way.
it. Hey, actually, yeah, that could have helped. Maybe if Rod Serling had stayed on, he could have come up with something like that. But even saying that, and when I marathon all the Planet of the Apes movies, I do watch it. I still think it's the worst. I definitely do. I do think it's even worse than Battle, even though Battle was made on like $10. I still think Battle is better. It has a better plot. It makes more sense. And it doesn't involve people with psychic powers. And I just don't like people with psychic powers.
They could be real with radiation, brother.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
it's just
Campbell.
cheesy. It's just really cheesy. I say this. I was just like lauding Donovan's Brain, which is all about a brain with psychic powers. So whatever.
Well, you can have good sci-fi works involving telekinetic powers. If it's used improperly, though, it sucks. You know,
Yeah.
it runs the gambit. You know.
So that's it. What else, what do you guys think of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? Am I totally off base here or what?
I will grant you every criticism you had of the movie was valid. James Franciscus is superfluous. You know, the guy playing Roddy McDowell, and he wasn't playing Cornelius, he was playing Roddy McDowell. The guy playing Roddy McDowell was very competent. But I think you could tell it suffered from many, many rewrites. It was almost like they had a number of great ideas and they tried to mash them all in, and it just became like a goulash or a gulag, if you will. And the social commentary they threw in with the chimpanzees protesting the war, I mean, grow up. Come on.
Yeah, that was really like anvilicious. Yeah.
You know, and I understand Planet of the Apes was in and of itself supposed to be a mockery of humanity. But it just that I thought was completely
Yeah, like it made the
Anvilicious.
original Planet of the Apes look subtle, and the original Planet of the Apes is not subtle. Okay.
I thought some of the imagery was really cool. I love the subterranean civilization. I thought was kind of slick. I thought the underground people, although they played it very stoic. Jeff Corey, by the way, was in the movie too. By the way,
Oh right, I did forget to mention that.
yeah,
Yes.
Jeff. I actually went to the IMDb just to make sure I wasn't thinking of a different movie, but yeah, Jeff Corey was in it, and I thought some of the imagery and some of the conceptualization was good, so it made it entertaining to me, particularly when I was a kid. But I must confess, your criticisms were all valid mechanically.
Okay, I'll take that. I can accept that.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you too that your criticisms are valid. I look at it through a different light because when I was young, like I said, my dad told me it was a story of a guy coming to find his son lost on the Planet of the Apes, and I kind of like that better than the way it really was. And because of the actor's identical looking of Charlton Heston, and really could have passed as his son, I like my story better.
Oh, hey, cursed.
What my
How's it going?
dad told me. And I also never knew until we started doing these shows that Roddy McDowell wasn't in part two. It was not the Cornelius character.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know it wasn't Roddy McDowell for like a good 20 years.
Yeah,
I just assumed it was Roddy McDowell.
the actor done. The actor's job in that movie was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently
and
he worked with
couldn't
Roddy
tell-
McDowell before they knew each other, so he was able to do that. He was able to do
I
that.
couldn't tell it wasn't Roddy McDowell. And
Me neither.
it did have Charlton Heston in it, and that kind of throws it over the top because I was a big Charlton Heston fan back in the day.
And it
So
does
I
end
really
with him
wanted
blowing
to
up the world. That's pretty iconic.
But all I got to say to you about your one little thing about not liking the mental power psychic thing, say that to the Jedis. Oh, Lord. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
I'm sure Star Wars will come
I
up to it.
dropped the
Don't worry.
mic. I dropped the mic on that comment.
You could bet on it.
Got a few Star Wars movies on my list.
Me too.
Whether I'll get to them or not, considering all of the other ones ahead of them. But anyway.
So anyway, I feel like I've said my piece. I respect that I was in the minority when I thought I was in the majority. Apparently, Behind the Planet of the Apes has its fans. I had no idea. I'm sure I'll open this can of worms again or rip off this scab when I do Escape from the Planet of the Apes one of these days. So.
You know who the majority is, my friends? We're the majority.
We're all individuals. Yes, we're all individuals. I'm
Well, I'm
not.
bloody well not.
I would say this already that I enjoyed Escape from the Planet of the Apes, where the two little monkeys come back into our time, better than
I
any
love
of all.
Escape from Planet of the Apes. I think Escape
That's
from Planet of the
probably
Apes is a lot of fun.
That could be my favorite Planet of the Apes movie for some reason.
I think
That's
it's
a
just the most
stretch.
fun one. I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Oh, fun.
Let's not push it. Let's not push it.
I don't know if it has something to do with Montel Bond.
Ah,
The gu-
Mr. Tony is on a journey. He's watching the original Star Trek.
But
You've
the,
never
the
seen
guy
it before?
the guy they got from Corbin the Forbidden Project is
Yeah.
he plays it like he's going for an Academy Award. I love him in that movie. He's
He's
so
great.
outstanding. He steals the movie. And it's hard to steal a movie when you're going opposite Roddy McDowell. You know?
Yeah.
Particularly in heavy gorilla makeup. You know?
Okay, so yeah, I could talk about Planet of the Apes all day, but let's move on. Danny, what do you got?
Okay.
You're right, I have.
I'm going to go with the number one movie on my list for worst sequel that I think to me, okay, it could be the worst sequel of all time. And I really want to start off because of the time of the year it was, getting in the Christmas spirit. So I know how we all enjoyed Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. I love this movie.
I
It's
like
a
it.
great Christmas classic. Has anybody ever seen Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy?
That exists.
So
There's-
if you've ever sat through this sequel, know in your heart you have endured pain. You have suffered through the most disgusting, horrible movie of all time.
This isn't personal, is it?
Yeah, because I was excited to see it. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about it with you, Tuck. I was all excited. Jingle All the Way was one of my favorite movies of all time. How in the heck could you mess up a sequel to that? It's a simple plot. Kid needs a toy. You got to get it. Go through some stuff. It's going to be entertaining for Christmas. No, it's not. No,
If it's
no,
got Larry
no.
Cable Guy in it, chances are I'm not going to watch it. I don't even like Cars because of Larry the Cable Guy.
Dude, I cannot tell you how sad pathetic this movie is. This movie causes so much pain that I think the child who played the part in the movie is going to be psychologically scarred from being there.
It's funny because Jingle All the Way is one of those movies that actually has an after credit scene, but nobody seems to know that.
Oh.
It does.
I look at this, man. When it comes to Jingle All
You're
the
on
Way,
fire today.
Hey, comedy's comedy and Schwarzenegger. But to me, this movie, Robert Conrad as the cop stole the movie. I enjoyed his performance more than anything in the movie because I was a Wild Wild West guy.
Great Will Smith movie.
No such thing.
And that would have been on my list if it had not
Heard.
been a remake. If it had been a sequel instead of a remake, it would definitely been on my list.
Oh, man, that movie.
That's like saying Mussolini human rights violations. It's like, you know,
this is this kind of show today.
I look
Golly.
for good stuff in all movies. I really, really try to. And you got to admit that big ass walking spider robot was coolest. It was out there, man. It was
Spider
awesome.
robots are always cool, and I hate spiders.
Yeah.
I do love spider robots.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I
got
gotta
a
cover Runaway one of these days.
I got a
Remember
arachnophobia, so it was
the
extra
puppet?
hard to play.
The puppet Marcy's Playground.
Sure.
I love that spider puppet. Moving forward.
Mhm.
Sorry, I have not seen it, but it sounds as dreadful as you're making it out to be. I'll give you that much.
It's
I
worse.
haven't
than-
seen
damn
it.
I think I'm wise enough to not watch it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I am
really.
I'm incapable of coming up with words to tell you how bad this freaking is.
Well, that's jarring. Oh,
I don't know, man.
related?
With how much Danny hates it, I think I might want to watch it just to see.
Oh, unrelated. Can I just interject one thing? Gambit was asking about ENC, our former compatriot on YouTube,
Yes.
and I spoke to him on Facebook. He seems to be actually doing very, very well. He's with this new young lady named Nicole, and I guess they're buying a farm or something. So, unless he was kidding about the farm part, but anyway, he's very happy.
No, I
So
saw
for
him
those of you
change
who
his
were-
relationship status just recently on Facebook. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
just want to mention.
Good to know. Hi Texas Night. Didn't say hi yet. Sorry. Oh, and Tracy is here as well. Hello, Tracy.
See?
Okay. Next is Dan.
Damien.
I'm sure somebody else would love to bring this one up, but I'm going to beat them to the punch. Highlander 2,
That was the very next one on my list.
The Quickening. Just it's like, how do you make this movie after Highlander? You know, I mean, it's like, so Highlander's like, you know, it's in the past and then it's in the present, and it kind of all sort of makes sense, kind of sort of. You know, I wouldn't say that Highlander is a great movie, but it's definitely a good one.
Oh, it's a classic.
It's a classic. You know, no, it's definitely worth watching. But I mean, like, you know, the acting, the dialogue's a little, yeah, you know, some of the directing's kind of okay. But anyway, Highlander 2 is just bad. I mean, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, the whole concept of it, it's like,
Now all of a sudden the immortals are aliens from another
Yeah.
planet.
yeah,
With human Earth
Yeah.
names.
yeah.
McLeod's name was McLeod, even though that was what he was named
Because
on
he
Earth.
was from the Scottish
And
Highlands.
we're in this dystopian future instead of, like, you know, they could have just continued it in the 1980s and, you know, a current time kind of thing and been like, oh, we're going to bring back some of them because it resets. They could have had a whole other plot there, you know.
But the
but
ozone
instead-
layer, Damien, the
Yeah, it's-
ozone layer.
The
It
ozone
was a
layer,
hot
you
button
know?
in 1989.
You know, and if we, you know, if we have the technology to, like, create a shield to protect the Earth, you know, from you know, the dangerous rays of the sun, wouldn't we just have the technology to put more ozone up there? You know,
You'd
I mean,
think. Yeah.
there's these things called ozone generators. You can buy them. They've had them since the 1940s. You put them in your bathroom to get rid of the shit smell. Sorry, I forgot you're not supposed to swear.
Oh, good gravy.
We use them in
Okay.
construction on fire jobs when there's been a fire to get rid of the smoke smell. You know, I mean, you put them up on sticks really high.
Hey, the only problem I
Why
ever
do we
had
need a
with
shield?
Highlander movies, and this is something that always bugged me. You got the first Highlander movie, and I swear the tagline for it is they can be only one.
Can be only
Yeah.
one.
And
Yeah,
then-
there could be
and
only
then-
one movie.
and my problem with it always has been how many times can there be only one?
Exactly. They killed all the
Like
other
Van
immortals at
Helsing.
the end of Highlander. He was the last one. That was the whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
And
then he brings back
The
bring
super
back Juan
villain,
Sanchez.
well, the super villain knows that if I send my henchman back to get him, this will somehow regenerate him.
Yeah.
He's mortal and old and dying, and you give him the one thing that will make him immortal again.
Yeah,
Right. Doesn't make
he
any
gets,
sense.
Moron!
he gets
Dum
rejuvenated.
head.
And then he uses his second rejuvenation to bring back Juan Sanchez, and it's like he
Which
just
they don't
pushes
even
him
get
back into
They
around
being.
don't
to
even really
explaining.
explain.
Yeah, he just kind of boom. I Juan Sanchez.
Who, for some reason, now forgets that he's not Scottish
Yeah,
and spends all the scenes talking about his Scottishness. No, you weren't Scottish. Did you forget that? When I saw the movie,
he was
for the first time-
Egyptian.
I saw it in the theaters.
Yeah,
And I remember thinking, throughout the entire movie, scene after scene after scene, wow, whoever the asshole they got to make this movie mustn't have even seen the first one. And when we got out, my buddy, it was a double date. But when we got out, my buddy's like, it was the same guy. And I'm like,
Same
you're
guy.
kidding. Was he on acid or something?
Yeah.
Same exact guy directed it. Yep.
Scene that got me in there was I just find it funny because it was just like, okay, really? So he walks in, after he walks off stage, from being reincarnated in the middle of a Shakespeare, and goes to the clothing store, and
Yeah, that scene
they
is
like
kinda funny though.
yeah, that was kind of funny, yeah. But and they dress him up like he's like an English or Scottish lord about to go out into the countryside and shoot pheasants. I mean, that's straight up a hunting, like a lord's hunting uniform or get up or whatever you want to call it, suit. It's just like, really? And he's
They
about
just
to
had
get
to
on a
put Sean
plane.
Connery in a kilt, They just had to.
Jeez. It's like you could have found something better to put him in. But
And
anyway.
Connery's not even germane to the plot in it.
Not at all.
No,
He serves
not
no
at all.
purpose except to
they just-
sacrifice himself to a big fan.
For no reason.
They just wanted to bring him back. And I don't get me wrong, I understand wanting to bring him back, but you got to make him. I mean, Taylor was instrumental in Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Connery was not instrumental.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he sacrifices himself to a giant fan that he didn't
Man.
even have to sacrifice himself to because he blows the door open. He's like, "You guys go and survive."
Why
And
don't you
it's like
just come with us?
3 feet above his head still.
You're just a martyr. Fine,
You know?
stay here, you martyr.
Yeah. I guess
Oh,
he
and
just
by the
didn't
way,
want to live. He just he was
The
like,
subway scene, which again,
Mhm.
no earthly purpose. Little secret: they don't design subways to go so fast that the centrifugal force pulls the people to the back of the train. There's
Yeah.
not that much track underground,
no.
and they only do it to make so that we know Ironside is the bad guy. We know he's the bad
He's
guy.
Michael Ironside.
get
We
it.
already know he's the
Yeah,
bad
We
guy.
get
he's
it.
the bad guy.
We get, and but that scene went on for so long, I started to nod off. When you
And
make a
Michael-
scene about a racing subway car and it goes on for so long that I lose interest, it's going on too long.
Michael Ironside kind of went a little overboard on some of those scenes too.
No, not Michael Ironside.
Just a little overboard.
And
Oh.
Cursed, by the way, yeah, I didn't bring this up at the beginning. I should have. When I say sequels, I do mean it can be any sequel in a series. It doesn't have to be the
No.
second one. Okay,
That
just to be
changes-
clear,
Yeah.
That changes the game.
because I do have a few that aren't number twos. So, I mean, they're number twos, but not number twos. You know what I mean?
And my understanding was it's like disappointing movie sequels. So not necessarily a bad movie, but not to
It's
say
very
the Highlander-
disappointing. That's
Yeah,
like the
disappointing
thing, yeah.
compared
Yeah.
to other
The
movies in the
original.
series. Yeah,
And
or the original. Yeah,
and
But,
Damien may have hit the Tex case.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, because
Highlander
when you
2 is
compare
both a
Highlander
bad
2
movie.
to the
and
original, with
disappointing.
possibly one exception. If you compare the two together, and it goes from brum to brum, we call that the John Borman scale.
Well, Highlander 2 was a movie that has nothing to do with Highlander 1 aside from like the characters basically.
That's
It's like
it.
why did this even exist? Who thought that was a good progression of the storyline? It's
I
like
can tell you,
this-
his name was Mr. Cocaine.
I got an idea. Let's have it to where the immortals are all aliens, man. Aliens.
Laugh if you want to, but that works for Stephen King.
And how one other thing is that whole shield thing, like perpetual darkness thing that was going on underneath the shield. How did they grow food?
They never address it.
Hydroponics.
20 years. It must be. Must be.
I am a
don't know.
big supporter of hydroponics. I think it's the way of the
Mhm.
future.
I bet you are. I bet you are. But
Mhm.
if you think about it, and the two movies aren't connected, but it seemed to me that Highlander 2, the imagery of the world at the time was taken from Blade Runner.
Yeah,
A
yeah. I
little
was,
bit, yeah.
I was thinking of that point last
Especially
night.
that big fan.
Highlander
So-
2 is Highlander meets Blade Runner meets one other movie I was thinking of. It's like 3 movies together.
But
can't remember what the third
I
one
think
was.
they were shirt tailing the
Yeah.
imagery from Blade Runner, which is
Oh, it's
phenomenal.
100% Blade Runner. Yeah, all day long. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Oh, and thank
It's-
you, Tracy, for reminding everybody to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Yeah. Be good YouTube watchers.
Highlander the Blade Runner. Bladelander.
Blade Lander.
High Runner.
The only good thing I can say about Highlander 2 is it's not the worst Highlander sequel. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I
right.
can say.
I did not explore anything beyond that one.
Having
So-
watched all of them this year, I did a whole video on watching all of the Highlander sequels, and it was soul crushing. It really
I'm gonna
was.
have to watch that one
It
again.
sucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
You really want your soul crushed, my friend? Check out Highlander, the TV series.
Yeah, I've never gone down that rabbit hole.
Actually, I got to tell you, the show was not without its charm, but it did something that to me is unforgivable. And I'm betting if I know you, Tug, it's probably the same thing. What they do is they mess with the timeline.
Yeah.
Like if you pay attention to the chronology in the Highlander TV series universe, he's in the same time in two different places. He'll be in the Russian Revolution and in the trenches of the Western Front at the same time. It's like, do you not expect me to pay attention? Continuity is something that geeks are known for. It's innate. So
Yeah, but-
you better be careful with it.
Yeah, but Thrash being used probably a couple of the only two people that would actually know them little historical facts.
Well, yes, all right, fine.
But I mean, that's what geeks are for. We know these things.
But my degree in European history equals that of my knowledge of sci-fi. So I put the two together. I'm a pain in the ass as far as that goes.
Okay, pain in the ass. Well, it's your turn.
Thank you for asking. Little different. While there are some sci-fi horror on this list, there's a lot that aren't. So I'm going to have a refreshing change of not necessarily talking sci-fi to my fellow sci-fi geeks. And I'm going to open for one that is absolutely patently not sci-fi. I'm going to open with Caddyshack 2.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I actually like that movie.
It's fine if you do, but it is so conceptually different from the first one.
I
It-
agree.
Like some of the other sequels, one in particular, if you had called it something else, if it had just happened to be another comedy set at a golf club, it probably would have been okay. You called it Caddyshack 2, and it had no connecting tissue whatsoever. Now, from what I understand, initially the James Mason character was supposed to be Rodney Dangerfield. They wrote it as initially as it was going to be a sequel, but this one focusing on Rodney Dangerfield, who many people thought was the best character in the original. Two huge problems. One, Rodney wouldn't do it, and frankly, I don't blame him. Two, what made Rodney Dangerfield so amazing in the first one was his playing off of Ted Knight, who was dead at this time.
Yeah.
So they dug up Robert Stack, who tried really, really hard, but was not Ted Knight. You'll never be a member at Bridgewood. So when you come up with a concept, and the concept is diffused, do something else, and they didn't. The only principle they were able to get back, I mean, for crying out loud, they didn't even get the kid. They could have had the kid drop out of college and have to get his job back as a caddy. Would have been a great subplot. No, the kid's gone. The only they don't get Lacey Underall back. That is another huge problem. But they got Chevy Chase back, and he was awful. He's in like 2 scenes, and he's terrible in both. And he was so great in the first one, organically. And in this one, I don't know if he was trying too hard, if he was going in another direction. Maybe it is true he's not funny when he's not doing coke, but he was dreadful.
It feels almost. It was so bad. It feels almost like he was sabotaging his own scenes. Like it really feels that way.
Yeah.
Yes. And but yeah, I'm sorry, Caddyshack 2, in my opinion, very disappointing sequel.
Agreed. I don't think it's
agree it was a disappointing
irredeemable,
sequel.
but like it's really, compared to the first movie, it's so disappointing. Yeah.
I still find it a funny movie, and I did enjoy watching it. When last time I watched it was years and years ago. I was a kid probably last time I watched it, but yeah, no, it's as a sequel to the original. Yeah, it's very disappointing. Nowhere near as good as the first. Still kind of funny though, you know. The whole scene with like, you know, the whole Dan Aykroyd with the gopher thing.
I mean, the
Just-
gopher's always great,
yeah.
especially when you're a kid. The gopher's like the best
Yeah.
part of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but again,
Dan Aykroyd was the high point of that movie. Believe
Yeah.
me.
well,
I like
it
Dan
reminds
Aykroyd
me,
as well.
it's reminiscent of, do you remember when Phil Hartman passed on? And so they brought in John Lovitz to fill the gap.
The news
And
radio.
I love John Lovitz. I think he's great. But it was so obvious he was not Phil Hartman when he went to play Phil Hartman. I love Dan Aykroyd too. I think Dan Aykroyd's actually better than Bill Murray, but he was not a replacement to Bill Murray's constantly high greenskeeper character.
And I'll
It
call
just
you-
it somehow,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it just didn't work. And I
I'll
think
call
you're right.
you Mrs. Esterhouse.
Frankly,
Oh, sorry.
I think the funniest thing in the whole movie is the Randy Quaid character.
Yeah, Randy Quaid is great. in that movie.
I thought he did very well.
There's just scenes from it that from that stand out in my head as like, they were funny and blah blah blah. But yeah, not a great movie by.
Well, it's kind of like James Franciscus in Beneath the Planet of the Apes. He's not a bad actor. He's actually a pretty good actor. He's been in some good stuff, but like he even has his one scene where he goes into the subway and he realizes that it was Earth all along. He has his moment where he realizes they all blew it up just like Charlton Heston did, and it's night and day difference of like how the actors are. It like they tried to shoehorn him into the Charlton Heston character, and it just didn't play to that actor's strengths. So like it's the same thing. It's like the remake is trying to do what it already did before, but it's doing it worse.
Yeah.
And
Not remake, sequel. You know what I mean?
if I did make this mistake, I'm sure he said something. I didn't say Jackie Mason, right? Not accidentally James Mason. I did mean Jackie Mason.
I think you did say James Mason, but I think
I apologize. I meant Jackie Mason.
it's okay. We all have James Mason on the
Well,
brain.
once again, let me point out that the movie had its humorous parts. I think Dan Aykroyd was the best character in the movie, and the main reason I didn't like it is my ungodly hatred of Jackie Mason and everything.
Jackie was nowhere near as funny as what was his name? The guy from the first one.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. Sorry.
And again, I love the concept. It's the working class dude who becomes the nouveau riche with more money than the bougie old money assholes that he can now he can basically rub their nose in it because he actually can outbid them. I love the concept. It goes back to the 30s. I mean, effectively, the Beverly Hillbillies is a sanded down situation like that. I mean, I love the concept. It just didn't work, in my opinion.
The Kenny Loggins track was better for Caddyshack 2 than it was for Caddyshack 1.
I disagree, but
All right.
I'm All Right is an amazing song. But anyway.
My grandfather had the gopher from the Caddyshack movies. It was like a animatronic. He kept it on his desk, and if you pushed the button, it would sing either one of those songs.
The original?
Yeah.
No, but it was the original prop.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't the original prop. It was like a toy, obviously, but yeah. Okay. So Shane, you've been awfully quiet today.
Uncharacteristically.
It's been a process to get here, but
Understood.
I'm gonna go with Halloween Kills because evil did not die tonight. But no, that was for you, Danny. But I got to go with, as a trucker, Smokey and the Bandit Part 2.
Oh,
I was great. Even as a kid, I was gravely disappointed by that because the raw energy of the first movie, we got this much time, get over here and get back, dodging the law. You're running point. You're running that truck as hard as you can. It was an intense chase back and forth across multiple states, and the stakes were always high. And then we get the sequel. It's like, oh, let's make it more kid friendly. I was like, what is it? Elephant? What? First off, that's not how you transport elephants. But sure, why not for the sake of the movie? Dom DeLuise, fine. He did his job. But there was just no excitement in the movie. It was like a slow kids movie. And probably the most infuriating scene is near the end when they line up all the 18-wheelers to create that bridge for Bandit. No, he would have went through probably the third one. And that's a wrap. But that's my first number one. Well, it's not my number one pick, but that's the one I want to start with.
I haven't seen those movies since I was a kid. So
Yeah,
I
same
can't
here.
really speak on them.
Oh, I used to own the complete set. 1, 2,
Wow.
3, and the TV series.
Hmm.
I
Not
chunked
to-
everything out of the part after part 1. I chunked everything out the window. No, I don't need this.
having had grandkids in my
Mm.
life, it wasn't too long ago that I sat through all 5 of these Smoking
There's
the Bandit
5
movies.
of them.
Yeah,
The
and the
first
best
one was
one,
good.
the
No,
best
there's
one
3.
is where Jackie Gleason's 5 other brothers from other countries come in, and you got
That's
the
part 2.
Mexican one and the Canadian one, and
Ha.
Jackie Gleason playing all these parts of his brothers or something from other countries. That's pretty funny. But there are way too many of these movies, and Dom DeLuise and an elephant will kill the buzz on anything.
Hi, Angela McArdle. Good to see you.
Angela.
And then there was that weird, complicated romance they had going between Bert and Sally. Like, oh, they're estranged, but he wants her to come along with, so they got their romantic tension going. I was like, oh, it's a kids' movie love story.
You know that
now.
Burt Reynolds-
It's like, that is
Burt
so-
Reynolds bailed out, and Jerry Reed started driving the truck. He's
Jerry
like,
Lee
I'm
was
Jerry
the
Reed. I'm
original.
Jerry Reed, I'm Jerry Reed.
Jerry, that was part 3. Jerry Lee was the original choice to play Bandit.
Really?
And they ended up auditioning Burt Reynolds. If I remember correctly, the director and Burt Reynolds were friends, and they were talking about it. And he read something for it, and he was just like, he went to Jerry about it. And it was just like, how would you like to drive the truck when we bring in Burt? And Burt and Jerry were good friends, and Jerry was just like, all right, da da da. And that 3rd movie is when they finally gave Jerry. He kept doing that. I'm the bandit. I'm the that movie.
Yeah, I love that. That was the only funny part.
Silliness. Yeah, I enjoyed him. Kept saying that. I'm the bandit. I'm the bandit. It was ridiculous.
I still say Jackie Gleason stole all them movies that he was in. And
Yeah.
the one where he played the multiple characters was hilarious, even though it was a piece of crap.
That was part 2. That was part 2. He, called in all his cousins and family. Oh my God. I was like, what is going on here? It's just-
Well, it was funny because Jackie Gleason notoriously was sort of this whole lovable doofus who thought he was a badass and he wasn't, and to actually have him play this Southern sheriff type, I thought was amazing. But I will grant you, I mean, both movies are cut from the same cloth, but I will grant you that the first one is far superior to the second.
and the 3rd and the TV
Oh.
series and the
According to
It
Indy,
was-
there's
it was-
actually 7 of them.
Oh wow.
7, dear
Seven.
God.
Told you there was a
Oh.
bunch of them.
We don't need 7 of anything.
No,
kept making them.
Bunch of them.
they got to
Keep
wring
in
out
mind-
that last little bit of cash out of that series
Hey,
before they're gonna let
they
it go.
got like 9 or 10 Tremors movies, and it hadn't went wrong yet.
Oh, I think I can disagree with that.
We're not going to bring up Tremors again.
But Tremors wouldn't be on these lists, man, because all their sequels are superior.
There's only one Tremors movie. There's only one
Agreed.
Tremors movie. Period.
Yeah,
The rest of them are a nightmare that somebody
There's only
had
one
and
Tremors
somehow
movie
got caught on
they
film.
got-
I don't know how.
where they had Kevin Bacon in it. All the rest of them are really good.
Wow.
I'm not sure if you were here for it,
Anywho.
Damien, but yeah, he listed Tremors 2 as one of the better sequels.
I love them Tremors movies.
That was probably the hottest take of all of them.
And you really got to get up there into the later on sequels, where the one where they're on the desert island, or the really cool one where they're under the ice in Antarctica. You can't go wrong with Tremors movies.
My brain's
Anyway.
gonna start leaking out through my ears here any second now. But anyway,
Wow. Cursed agrees with you.
Right. Yeah, Tremors rules, man.
So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about Smoking the Bandit. I barely remember them. I think I remember Cannonball Run movies better, honestly.
I remember
Oh.
the first one really
Cannonball
well,
Run
but
Blend
I,
together.
A lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I know I've seen 2 and 3, but it's been so long. It's like it was probably like the late 80s when me and my buddy Bobby all sat down in front of his console TV and laid on the floor and watched them eating potato chips and gummy worms or something, you know. But anyway,
I've got to say a special thank you to Tracy You're right. I should take some ibuprofen and lay down, but I'm
Yes.
doing this.
You know, I actually remember the Cannonball Run movies a lot better too, and I like the Cannonball Run movies a lot better because I was a lot bigger fan of Adrian Barbeau than I was of
Mhm.
Sally Field.
Yes. Adrienne Barbeau. There's two of them.
Barbeau.
So I'm going to give this to them.
2, 1. Have a nice day.
They have
3.
So I
Did
didn't
you
even
give
get
them to Adrian Barbeau?
that. No, that was for Tracy. But
Oh, okay.
I would extend it to Adrienne Barbeau. Yes.
they have wrapped up filming for part 2.
Part 2 of what?
Spaceballs.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I heard that just like last week. Yeah.
Let's start the editing and all. Oh god, I don't know whether to be
Hey,
excited.
I'm going to reserve my opinion until something comes out that I can see.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge on that one. I've got one I'm already going to judge on.
I'm gonna reserve my judgment. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna be hopefully optimistic. But History of the World Part 2
Oh god,
really, really bad. So
bad.
anyway, I guess it's my turn again. So I'm actually going to take let's see, what am I going to do? Okay, since Kirst was talking about it earlier, let's talk about the Terminator movies. Specifically, the one that disappointed me the most would be Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, okay.
I thought Terminator 3, it was definitely weaker than the first two Terminator movies, but I think it had some redeeming qualities, and I really liked the ending. Whereas Terminator Salvation, I really liked the concept that we're finally doing a movie that's set in the post-Judgment Day future where the robots have taken over, and it looks really good, and you've got Anton Yelchin as Kyle Reese, and it's just like it looks great. Everything is good. Even Christian Bale as John Connor, yeah, okay, fine. But then the movie, like the last 30 minutes of that movie are just garbage. Just total and complete garbage.
What's
Like,
funny is that's the last 30 minutes of the movie that wouldn't play on my DVD that I missed.
so what you saw was actually a pretty decent movie.
I saw a pretty decent movie, and then it just stopped playing, and I couldn't watch anymore.
You were saved.
Yes. No, I have seen it all the way through in the past, but when I went to rewatch it, a couple months ago, anyway.
Apparently, it was originally supposed to end a certain way, and then like the studio wouldn't let them do it, so they changed it. And you can kind of see that. You can kind of figure out what was supposed to happen, but still, like the whole thing with Helena Bonham Carter being like the voice of the machines or something, it was really dumb. Jai Courtney, I like him as Captain Boomerang, but the dude can't act. I'm sorry. Or was it Sam Worthington? It was Sam Worthington, not Jai Courtney. They're
Why is it
basically
that
the same.
every
that's
time-
right. Jai Courtney's in the next one.
Right.
Why is it that every time a studio steps in and changes the way a movie's supposed to end or be or whatever, it's always for the worse?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
There are rare exceptions,
Yeah,
but usually,
yes.
yeah.
You know,
Emily,
honestly, I have to agree with you because I can't stand anything involving Christian Bale.
yeah, Christian Bale wasn't the greatest casting. They could have cast somebody else.
But in
Yeah,
this
they did,
case,
yeah.
just let me point out how much better Terminator the TV show was than this movie.
Oh yeah, Terminator the TV show is fantastic. I love it.
Christian Bale was outstanding in Empire of the Sun.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
After that, eh.
Good and nothing.
But the one with Johnny Depp when he played
Christian Bale and Johnny Depp.
the
Christian-
gangster. What was it, like Dillinger? Not Dillinger.
Johnny Brasco.
No.
The one about Whitey Bulger.
No.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Johnny Depp was like an Al Capone style gangster. He was playing one of these famous gangsters. Oh God, what's the name of that movie?
Public Enemies. No.
Public Enemies.
Yes.
That
Oh.
one. Bill was the one
That's
hunting.
my
him.
luck, damn it. The
He's
one
one
movie
villain.
Christian Bale made that was good, I missed it.
It's not bad. It's a Michael Mann movie. It's good.
I didn't think he was bad in Equilibrium. He played pretty well in that part.
Yeah, we like it.
He's
Olivia
done some
wasn't-
movies that I think he did a like The Machinist. I think he did a really good job, and not just because he lost like 200 pounds to do it, but like the movie itself, he did a really good job. It's not a movie I'd ever want to watch again. It's not fun to watch. But it's a
Yeah.
good
He's just such a terrible person in real life. It's hard for me to enjoy watching him.
That's what happens when you grow up in Hollywood. Yeah. He was good in Henry V when he was like 4.
He's in like 2 scenes.
Yeah,
He's in
exactly.
the baggage train. Does he even have any lines?
Nope. I don't think so.
I do love that rendition of Henry V.
Oh, it's a great one. Like
I
the
must
Kenneth
confess,
Branagh
I
one.
do.
That's
I
it's a
think
masterpiece,
I
man. It's probably my favorite version of Henry V.
It wasn't bad in Rain of Fire either, but Rain of Fire is not necessarily a great movie. But
We've talked about
Yeah.
it before. Commercial.
yeah, I know. I was
I
there.
probably like Rain of Fire so much because I didn't realize he was in it.
Oh, that was him. Oh
Yeah.
man, I like that movie too.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey stole every scene from him, so you know
I remember him.
exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
What's the movie where him and Wolverine are the battling magicians?
Oh, The Prestige. That is a really
Yeah.
good movie. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
That was good. He was
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's supposed to play a psychopath in that, just like in American Psycho.
Because he is one.
But anyway, he's not
Anyway.
the reason Terminator Salvation is a bad movie. The reason Terminator Salvation is a bad movie is because it completely goes off the rails, like into nonsense land. That's all.
Yeah, I was really disappointed by that one. I wanted to see more of the future war. You give
Yeah,
us the
they were
little
talking about doing a
tease.
whole trilogy in the future, and I was like, "That sounds
Yeah.
great. Let's do it."
Yeah.
So
We talked about this not too long ago. I think we were doing good sequels when we were talking about Terminator 2 and the reception of that future battle in the movie was so outstanding. They're like, let's make an entire movie about this. And they never did. You know, that's we're still waiting. Oh, it'll be a little here, a little there. I don't want a little here and a little there. I want that movie. Damn you, and until I get it, I'm not watching anymore. Oh, and another thing, Sarah Connor Chronicles, even where they kept going back to it, I mean, they wore these nice pristine uniforms. They looked well fed. The point of the future war is that we're on our last legs.
well, yeah, that's
Uniforms
true.
are rotting off their bodies. Children are eating rats.
Yeah.
It's not. Where is this post-apocalyptic look? I'll get off the soapbox now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, where's the like kid slapping a cockroach against a sewer wall and then eating it kind of
Right,
thing?
yeah.
Like because that's what would be
Desperation.
going on. You know. Oh, cockroach. Oh, nom, nom, nom.
Dibs.
You know, yeah. Can I have one
He
of the
did
legs,
publicly
please?
apologize for that meltdown. Emily. I don't actually have that much against Christian Bale. I think he might be a jerk, but that's about it.
I'll be
All right.
right back. I
Compared to
gotta grab
other
some more
Hollywood
coffee
actors, this is way worse.
Yeah, he did apologize for that meltdown, but still, not only did he threaten to get this old man fired, he was going to kick the old man's ass. And violence against old men, even though I am an old man, I still feel like I should defend the old man. I was a lot younger when that thing happened.
Hey, I don't judge nobody's acting prompts for what they do in their personal life.
Yeah, because then
I
I hit all.
still like Bill Cosby. I still like Bill Cosby and I Spy, but when I was a kid, I don't got nothing against Bill. I don't mind what nobody did in their personal life. Christian Bale can't act. He sucks. Just saying.
Interesting stance.
Very.
Agree, but okay.
It's all about his acting
Lightly.
prompts. He ain't got them by.
They have a whole podcast now where they go through the Cosby Show and find all the little hints that Cosby gave of what he was doing, almost like a giant nah to his own fan base, and it's like really scary.
You know
One of
what?
these
The
days they're gonna
biggest
have
clue-
AI edit out Bill
Hey,
Cosby from
you
the
know
Cosby
what
Show
the
and put it on
biggest
screen.
clue that he knew what he was doing was
He had-
when he made the comedy album and told the story.
Of
What about the Spanish
about
flies?
the girl,
Oh.
the Mickey or whatever, you know what they used to call it. I'm trying to
No,
think what
Spanish. It was the
Spanish
Spanish flies.
the
story.
Spanish fly. I used to get a girl a Spanish fly. Yeah, he made a whole comedy album about
That's
that. where he-
supposed to arouse
what he was
libido,
doing.
though. It's not the
He
same.
told
as
yeah,
what he
it's
was
not
doing.
original.
Yeah, it's not the same as GHB, but You do make the good point about him introducing substance to a female to get them prone to. Yeah.
He told the story
It was
on an
like-
album, dude.
He was great in Leonard 6. I mean,
I actually like Leonard Part 6. I'm like, what are you talking about? Andy?
I love him.
I used to like the old show I Spy with him and
Well,
Robert.
yeah, when he was like a kid, yeah, or not a kid, but when he was younger, he was like in his 20s.
Would
out
he
like-
be more? You know,
like
let's not
that
talk about that.
Impossible and stuff on Saturdays.
What do you think about Leonard Part 6, Damien?
Leonard Part 6?
Yeah.
What is that?
You've never seen Leonard Part 6?
No.
You got to watch 1 through 5 first to understand.
Oh no.
There is no 1.5.
That's the joke.
That's
yeah.
the joke.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Bill Cosby movie, so you know it's
Oh.
probably not on streaming anymore.
Yeah, at that point.
I think I got it on VHS.
And agreed, Emily. If you're actually going to commit crimes and do things like that, then maybe you deserve to be shunned. Yeah.
Well, it's like you always say, Tug, as long as you're not hurting anybody. And I think Bill Cosby falls into the
Yeah,
category
he's
of
definitely hurting
buddies.
people. Yes.
Yes.
Many.
I would never ask you to leave Indy. We would just
Where
be
did that come
awash
from,
in misinformation without you. All the random stuff that I spew out of my head would just would go unchecked. I need you.
Like the summer needs the rain. Sorry.
Okay, so Dan, I guess it means it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do the real quick one that I was telling you about, because you can't really comment on it much because it's not really out yet. But I just got to point out that once in a while they do a remake or they do a sequel that you know when it's going to come out that it's going to suck. No matter what they do or how they make it, it's going to suck. Much like what we're expecting with Spaceballs Part 2 when it comes out. No matter what they do, we're all going to probably think it sucks.
I
Much
have
hope
high
as we
hopes.
got for it.
Cautiously.
Much love as we got for it, we're probably going to hate it. And with that being said, I'm going to have to bring up what they're doing right now. The movie The Thing is getting a part 2. John Carpenter's The Thing is getting a part 2. Now, I got lucky and saw the trailer for what they've got so far. What's out there
already?
yesterday? There's a trailer. You can find it on my channel called Shock Theater right now. I put it up. And after sitting through that trailer, if that trailer is any indication of the movie to come, it could be possibly beating Jingle All the Way as the worst fucking sequel of all time, bro.
Ixnay on the ucking fay.
Yeah, please. But yeah, it's a terrible idea to make a sequel to The Thing. The Thing is a perfect self-contained movie. It didn't need a prequel as much as I, don't hate
Didn't hate the prequel.
I don't hate it. I think it's okay. I hate the effects. I
But
hate the
the
CGI.
thought, what have you seen has anybody seen the trailer?
No,
No.
I didn't even know it was out
I
yet.
didn't even know there was going to be one.
I
I
caught
don't think this
some
qualifies,
obscure channel
man.
put out the sneak peek trailer yesterday, and I copied it and put it on the Shot Theater channel just so people could get a look at some of these scenes that it almost looks horrible.
So your pick for the list is a movie that hasn't even been made yet.
Yeah, I told you it was a future perspective.
Danny has
All
traveled
right.
to the future.
I was going to say
Seen
he is
the horrors.
proactively hating a movie, which
Getting ahead of
I
the
think you
horrors.
can do. I think
Better way us all.
It was the only way I could ensure picking something that none of you other guys did.
Fair enough.
I had to have at least one.
Okay.
Well, speaking of future movies that are going to suck and have Christian Bale in them, there's that
I'll give it to him.
Bride that's coming out. That looks so bad.
But we already know how bad that's going to be. There's trailers out.
Oh yeah, and it looks awful. It looks
It
like
looks
Now-
worse than all
Now,
that.
is it supposed to be tongue in cheek?
yes. Yes, it
Okay.
is.
If it's a farce, because I'm watching it go, this had better be a pantomime, a spoof. If it's legit, it's going to be terrible. But if it's a farce, I think it's still going to suck. But
It's
at least
still
I'll know what
legit.
they're going for.
Yeah, well, we got-
What's worse?
we
What
got-
may be worse is it may actually be serious, and like the trailer is
Hey,
making it look like a farce because it's the only
Let
way
me
they can
point
sell
out. Let me point out. We've done Young Frankenstein. We don't need a remake of that neither.
it. Yeah, that is yeah.
Younger Frankenstein.
No.
I will say I liked Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I did watch it last week. I thought it was pretty good.
Someone told me I had to see that the other day.
Yeah.
I was talking about Frankenstein Unbound, and they go, "You have to." You know,
I like how it actually, as opposed to every other Frankenstein adaptation out there, it actually tried to stick true to the book, at least for the most part. It stuck to the structure of the book. Very well.
That's one of the movies on my DVR I need to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Ain't
I
bad.
must confess, I've never actually. I tried reading.
It's a
Mary
hard
Shelley's
book to read because
Frankenstein.
it's
I
so
tried.
baroque.
I tried. I did. I failed.
I just couldn't consider myself a good fan of Frankenstein if I hadn't actually read the book first. So I had to read the book. I didn't enjoy the experience though.
Mercy.
Anyway. Okay, Dan, fine. We'll count it, even though that's a very, very loosey-goosey way of looking at the rules. So, Damien, what's your pick?
I'm going to go with a movie I just watched the other day. The Exorcist 2,
Ooh, boy.
Heretic.
That qualifies.
I would not say that the movie itself is bad, though it's not good. But as a sequel, it's like you took something that was perfect and made it into something completely unrelated. It was just nothing to do with the first one at all, other than that there's a demon that possesses people at times. It was just like, I could see it standing alone as its own movie with nothing to do with The Exorcist at all and being somewhat interesting. But being called The Exorcist 2 with the same actress, Linda Blair playing Regan and being part of it, just made no sense to. It's like, why would this be the sequel to The Exorcist, and why would anybody think that this was a good idea?
Was that movie called The Heretic?
Yep,
too?
Yes,
that's the one, The Heretic.
When it was released down here in theaters, it didn't say Exorcist 2, it just said The Heretic on the
Really?
Yeah.
I thought The Heretic was number 3. I thought the third one was not The
Maybe you're
Heretic.
right. Maybe the third one is The Heretic.
I could be wrong. I know there is 3 of them, but I thought Exorcist 3
it's
was
called
there.
Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
No, that is
Okay, I
two.
apologize.
3
Yeah.
was called
When
Legion.
it was released
Yeah.
down here in South Carolina, I swear it didn't have The Exorcist 2 at the top. It just said The Heretic. I didn't know it had anything to do with The Exorcist till I was actually in the theater watching it.
Yeah. So they take something that was like just a pure demonic horror kind of movie and turn it into this almost quasi sci-fi, crap that
Psychobabble the movie.
yeah, with psychologists and there's ESP going on, and communicating through psychic abilities and so on and so
Can't go
forth.
wrong
And
with
it's
that,
like,
can you, Doug?
yeah, it's like, really? What is really?
Yeah, I'm
What
going to
does this
go
have to
further
do-
than Damien. I'm going to say it's not even a redeemable movie on its own. I think it's a bad movie just in general.
Yeah. It is. You're right. It's really not that good. The production value was pretty decent, but
True.
I mean, it did have James Earl Jones in it, so
It did. That's true. But I don't know. I haven't seen it in years.
And it
But the last
had,
time I saw it, it was really.
it had what's her name? The one that Kai Wen from
Oh yeah, Nurse Ratched.
what's her name?
Nurse Ratched. What's her name?
Louise Fletcher.
Fletcher.
That's it. Yeah, Nurse
Oh my
Ratched.
God, it's been way too long since I've seen these movies. So remind me now, which one of them had the little black boy get possessed out in Africa somewhere?
That's
think that was the
2.
third one or
That's
the
the
prequel?
Heretic.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
the
is the
little black
Heretic.
boy. Yeah, he gets possessed in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The third one's actually
I
not
didn't
that
rewatch
bad. The
all
third
the
one's
movies.
better than the second one. It's still not great, but it does have one of the best jump scares ever. Where there's like a nurse with some scissors, like running across the hallway. Anyway,
But
Now that you mention it, I never saw the third one because the second one was actually so bad, I turned off the franchise. Sort of like
Fair
I never
enough.
saw Highlander 3. I never saw Salvation because I hated Terminator 3 so badly. When I check out. Well, this one's better. I don't care. I'm out. You know?
they ruined it for me.
but as with so many other movies we've talked about today, like The Exorcist didn't need a sequel. It's a
No,
perfect
no.
self-contained story. It doesn't
Yeah.
need sequels, it doesn't need prequels, and yet it has both. It even has a reboot. I mean, come
Well,
on.
I don't know this for a fact, but I'm basing it on clues. Something tells me someone had just happened to write another possession movie, and somebody said if we slap on The Exorcist, we can ride the coattails, and that happens so often in
The
Hollywood.
Hellraiser effect. Yeah.
No.
You
The
know?
search
Since
for
we're
more
talking about
money.
these sequels and remakes real quick, let me just point out there's this really funny movie called Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen.
Oh yeah,
And-
Emily.
Yeah, Emily was
It's
talking
like
about
a
it. Yeah.
comedy version of The Exorcist. It's probably better than all these movies we're talking about right here.
It is better. Yes, I agree.
Mhm.
Repossessed is a lot of fun. I think it's great. I haven't seen
Oh,
it in
yes,
years
and-
either.
Slasher Fred. Dana Plato had such a tragic life too. I'm so very, very, very
Oh, that was
sad for
Slasher Fred. I
him.
didn't even know you. I didn't even see you walk in, Slasher Fred.
Mhm.
Greetings.
They did have Dana Plato.
Oh, does
And
anybody
it's
ever
funny because Linda Blair, her life kind of went off the rails after she did The Exorcist. And well, we all know what happened to Dana Plato. So maybe my grandmother was right. Maybe there is some type of demonic function from doing these movies. Maybe it does cause you to have a cursed life. But that was my crazy grandmother.
No. Linda Blair didn't have a cursed life. She went on to make great movies like what the
She served time for cocaine possession when she was 17.
Oh, who did?
Who didn't?
Come on, it's Hollywood, man. They all went to jail for some kind of drug out there back in the day.
She later straightened herself out, but she had a very bumpy path in
She
her
did,
late
yeah.
teens, early 20s.
I know it worked out for her because she's in 27 Lifetime movies this month. They're having a wonderful Christmas.
You know, I freaked Linda Blair out once. That takes a special ability to freak out Linda Blair. You know, I was at one of my conventions when I was working for the video store, and she was doing signings for Anchor Bay, which used to be a huge producer of home theater, sci-fi, horror. And I was a little gushy because there were a lot of celebrities at this function, and I get to the table and have her sign my copy of Hell Night or whatever it was, and I go, "I'm your oldest fan," and she's gonna like. That's nice. And I'm like, okay, tune it down, Bob. Tune it down. Let's not go Stephen King here. Yeah. Mercy.
Mm.
Mercy. Oh, am I
It's your
up?
turn. Yeah.
Yep,
Oh.
your turn.
Holy cow! I was so busy pontificating, I didn't realize it was my turn to talk.
Pontificating.
Yeah, pontificating is okay. I'm gonna go with. Remember we were talking about the John Borman scale, or like just movies that are like so bad it actually hurts my love of the original.
Yeah.
This isn't just a bad sequel. This is an abomination, a disaster, an outrage. It is Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh,
I knew it was going to come up eventually. Somebody
on
My
my
was
next
gonna
pick.
I'm sorry if I stole it from anybody, but again, this movie, it wasn't just a bad sequel. I never really loved. I loved Blues Brothers when I was a kid. It hurt my love of Blues Brothers. That's how bad it was. And I understand they're behind the eight ball. Belushi's dead. And how do you carry that on? Maybe you shouldn't
Yeah.
have.
Don't.
Maybe you just shouldn't have. I'm sorry. That kid, and that kid actually was a blues prodigy. He was actually very talented, but he had no earthly business being in a Blues Brothers movie. You know? None whatsoever. And Goodman is great, but he too had no earthly business being in a Blues Brothers movie. The charm of the Blues Brothers movie came in two things. It was the chemistry between John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, and you can't have chemistry between two people when one of them isn't there. And the zillion celebrity walk-ons that movie had, one of which, as we were talking about before, was Cab Calloway. My father was a friend of his, actually, but that's another story. But this movie had nothing. Also, and I don't know why some sequels do this. They did it in Black Panther 2 as well. When you open up a movie and everything that was every main positive plot point for the first one is destroyed off screen before you start, you're really putting yourself behind the eight ball.
Yeah.
In the opening segment, we find out not only is his brother dead, but they went and they closed the orphanage anyway. There was no positive benefit from the first movie. So now you expect me to get behind this one? You know, you open up with defeatism. I'm defeated. So yeah, I'm sorry. The Blues Brothers 2000 tragedy.
Yeah, I hate that when
Yeah.
sequels do that. They erase all the positive change that has occurred at the end of the last movie. You know, all the growth and all the change and all the goodness, and it's like Alien 3 opening with Newt and Hicks being dead. You know, it's like,
yeah. It's like, oh, come on.
You've
It's
already
almost
ruined
like
it, and you haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
it's almost like, will it work for the Road Warrior? That's because there was an apocalypse. Okay.
That's kind of the whole point.
But yes, thank you for bringing up Newt. That's an excellent one. Yes.
Also,
but,
the most recent Terminator movie opens with John Connor dying, so you know it's the same thing.
well, he has to die sooner or later. I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. That was a
Blues
horrible
Brothers is-
movie that just should never have been made. It just there was no reason for it other
No,
than that
it
they wanted to
didn't-
make money. That
More
was
money.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Well-
search for more money.
Initially, it was going to be all about the loss of is it Jake or Elwood?
Jake.
Thank you. I can never keep them straight, Jake. It was supposed to be by process of elimination,
Juliet
Elwood dealing with his brother's loss, and in doing so, uncovering all these really amazing blues icons and having been like a big nostalgia boost. And they could have almost pulled that off, but they decided to go in a completely different direction, and the direction they went into sucked.
I mean, they
Blues
did have a
Brothers
lot
is
of
my
blues
favorite
artists,
movie, dude.
make cameos in that movie, but anyway.
Go ahead, Bob.
Okay. The
Sorry.
one good thing. Let me point out the one good thing about that movie real quick.
Mhm.
Was that part where they did the Ghost Riders and the Sky Song and had the cows rolling across the sky. That was entertaining.
Okay, Buff, what do you got?
Blues Brothers is my absolute favorite movie. Whenever I hit the 1,000 subs, I'm gonna do a review on it, or 500. I don't know. But growing up with that, not understanding what it really was, of course, growing up in Black culture, my mom introduced me to that movie, of course, and grew up loving every song, dancing along to every song, the choreography and everything. I was probably in my teens when I realized it was a musical, and that made it more of an impression on me. And of course, I used to emulate those guys. I started wearing suits, more black suits and the shades and everything. I emulated the Blues Brothers. They were on a mission from God, and it was kind of kept at a subtle force, sort of say, that was protecting them throughout the way. And when they finally accomplished their mission, boom, okay, now we're off to jail. The sequel just brings up straight up voodoo magic, and it's like, oh, hi, shark, I'm gonna jump you now. It's just, I was like, what are you doing? And the kid thing, movies always do that. Just like when product
Gotta have a
feels
Kenny.
stale, we gotta bring in a kid. Sitcoms do it all the time, and they did it with that. It was just like, who is this little kid? It's just the music wasn't near as great as the original. Nothing felt natural. Everything felt forced. I remember watching the trailer for that because when I first heard about it, I was just like, huh. And in the trailer, they show that one scene where they drive the new Bluesmobile in like underwater. It was just like, okay, this is not gonna end well, and it didn't.
Yeah, sometimes movies just like you can feel that they're a corporate product. When the original had so much heart and so much like passion behind it, and the sequel it's just a corporate product. It's
It's a money grab. That's all it is.
I mean, they're all
Favorite
corporate
scene-
products, but it feels
Yeah.
like one. You know?
Yeah.
My favorite scene in the Blues Brothers might be the end credits when they're singing Jailhouse Rock,
Oh yeah.
and they have the whole entire crew singing the Jailhouse Rock. It's like they're showing love to everybody that helped make that movie happen. The
point.
sequel is so empty. Like movies don't really do that anymore.
That's a crying shame. They end that movie, they end the Blues Brothers movie singing Jailhouse Rock, and everybody who had anything to do with part 2 needs to be in jail.
Truth.
So, okay, Shane. You got to talk about Blues Brothers, but now you get to pick something else.
Oh, and excellent points on the Blues Brothers 2000, by the way.
absolutely.
Thank you for the insight.
100%.
Great stuff. Thank you.
Let's go and get this one out of the way. Star Wars. Let's go.
Okay. Which one?
Yeah, there's about
The
6 of them you can
last-
choose from on that.
The Last Jedi.
Oh no.
Now, for certain reasons, of course, Force Awakens, safe. We're gonna play it safe. Almost a carbon copy of New Hope. Little tweaks here and there, but still, our main protagonist never touched a lightsaber in her life, but goes toe to toe with a damn near Sith master lord, whatever. It's like, okay. It makes sense that the black guy can go toe to toe with him because he's a trained fighter. He's a trained soldier. You're just some dirt rat that can fly anything, talk to anything, swim. You grew up on a dirt planet. How do you know how to swim? But anyway, whatever. They played it safe with that one. And I walked out of the theater and was just like, all right, let's see what they do next. So there was so much hype for The Last Jedi that it made a lot of money because of that anticipation. It's just like, okay, they're just setting us up. They're setting us up there. Yeah, things are about to kick off now. Yeah. Why? What is this? Endless space chase with low fuel, lights blinking on the dashboard. It was like on E, past E. Hey, why don't we just, evil guys? Why don't we just, hit the accelerator a little bit and put them in range? No, we can't do that for reasons. Okay, send a couple ships forward, light speed ahead, turn around, shoot, come back. We got them cornered. No, we can't do that either. Why? Reasons. Oh, the throne room fight. Talk about a waste of money. The choreography was horrible. Just the set itself, this big, vast, empty room that has nothing in it but a chair that Snoke sat on. It's just like, what a waste of space. And why do you have curtains up above the windows that catch on fire for something? Why are those curtains there? What is that? But you that movie defined her being a Mary Sue when in one shot a guy is about to stab her with a knife, and in the next shot it's magically gone. His hand is still going down towards her, but the knife is gone. They literally took out the knife. And somebody caught that at the last minute. It was just like, oh, this will cause problems. Hey, cut that section out, maybe. Here's a thought, Disney, with your money. Reshoot it. But there was nothing going on in that movie. And
that whole Casino Planet subplot that went on for like an hour.
That Canto Bight had no plot progression whatsoever to the main plot of the movie, whatever the plot of the movie was. Meant nothing. Hey, we got to go find this guy. Hey, we see the guy. Oh, trouble.
Not the guy.
We found another guy. Oh, he betrayed us. Oh, but we get rescued. Oh, okay.
What did
we
that
achieve?
accomplish? Nothing.
Nothing. Hey, we gotta save these animals. What about the little slave children?
But the
Oh.
animals.
Oh, what children?
We'll
Animals.
just give them
yay!
hope.
And just the way the legendary, as much of a nut job leftist as he is nowadays, but I will stand by his stance of how he felt about the character that he embodied, Luke Skywalker. He hates Disney for that. But how they just killed him like a biatch. It's just like you forced yourself to death. If you were gonna sacrifice yourself anyway, why didn't you just go back with Rey and face Kylo head on? If you wanted to die anyway, it's just
Shouldn't he have been able to see the future? I mean, he is a Jedi after all,
I don't know if he had the ability. I think Anakin was the
He
only
did,
one
he
that
did.
couldn't
He did
really-
in Empire
Did he?
Strikes Back.
Yeah, he could see the future. He knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Go out like a hero.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
a lot of
people
plot
would
holes.
appreciate that a lot more.
Yeah, I thought
You were
they were
actually
setting up a
there.
good like a good character development story for him, and then like just as he's having his redemption arc, they just kill him for no reason, and that's it's really frustrating.
Oh, and by the way,
What was the point of having him in there at all?
You killed your
killed
nephew
everybody.
because you had a bad dream. Huh?
I didn't get that upset when they killed off Luke. It's a big deal. But when they killed off Han Solo, boy, I about had a conniption fit.
That unceremonious.
Oh, and
I just
by the
assume
way,
every
that was in
time
his
that
contract,
Harrison
though,
Ford
so-
dies in a movie, it's because
Yeah.
the actor wanted to. Like, just assume.
Wasn't it in Harrison Ford's contract he had to die in the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If he was coming, he had
Yeah.
to die because he didn't want to do any more of them.
That's
Yeah.
why they froze him, because they didn't know if he's going to come back for the third one.
Yeah,
It's just like,
exactly, yeah. That's true.
Jedi
But-
mind powers are inconsistent at best.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
But another
Darth
zero
Vader.
on that check there. All right, I'll
Darth
do
Vader
it.
can tell from a capital ship that his quarry is on the planet down below. He's in the room with C-3PO, who he built and doesn't recognize him. So yeah, there's
Good point.
Good point, yeah. A lot of plot
Didn't
holes.
I build you? You know. Oh, and
Oh.
I'm just throwing this out there. This isn't even a criticism, or just an observation. Why don't they use flamethrowers when fighting Jedi?
Good question.
Because I understand. Okay, blasters don't work against lightsabers because light can't penetrate light.
I think you could force push flame.
Well,
Yeah, but
not,
still,
not
you're,
just,
you're using a lot of energy to do that.
think.
but it's going to burn off the oxygen around them. Because a lot of people in the old World War II movies, everybody thinks, "Oh, you get killed by a flamethrower by it burning you." No, they shot it into the room you were in, and it killed all the oxygen, and you suffocated.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Yeah. So why don't they just use
But,
flamethrowers and burn off the oxygen around them so the Jedi suffocates?
But anyway, yeah, we did see
Sorry.
in The Mandalorian that Grogu could hold back a flamethrower. So
Well,
So-
also,
Well,
you know, Leia like dies in space, but yet somehow comes back. So I guess like the lack of oxygen doesn't actually kill a Jedi somehow.
Ooh.
But yeah,
good point.
Well, it's been
Okay,
It's
all right.
it's been shown through studies
Hmm.
scientifically. You can last about 10 seconds unprotected in space.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a pleasant
But-
experience.
yeah, no.
It's not going to be pleasant. Yeah, you're not going to
You're gonna
come
be
back and
bleeding
be
from
the
the
same
eyeballs.
person.
Yeah.
You're definitely not. This
Yeah.
Mary Poppins thing.
Yeah.
That sequence probably one of the more frustrating of that is bringing in Laura Dern. A lot of people complain about her purple hair. I was like, I didn't care. We got aliens that are
Yeah, who cares about
literally
purple
sand
hair?
monsters. I don't care about purple hair. But the fact that she undermines Poe, let's go ahead and destroy Poe's character while we're at it in this movie. Thanks, Ruin
Mhm.
Johnson. He's been known. He's the commander of the fleet. It's like you can't tell him your little plan. The
Yeah.
most valuable asset you have right now, since Ray's bugged off. Poe's your guy right now. He took out a dreadnought. Yeah, people got sacrificed, but his plan worked. We're gonna have to crack some eggs to win this war and make this omelet. What's your big plan? Oh, I'm gonna turn this ship around and kamikaze into the entire enemy fleet. Hey, we got droids, we got autopilot, we got programming. We are so far into whatever future here. You got droids that could do that. What this is supposed to be looked at as some noble sacrifice. Disney thought they really were pulling an emotional moment right there. Sorry, I never connected with this character. She kept berating my guy. Leia did too. But zoom. Hyperspace kamikaze. Oh, so that's a thing now. That's just something you can do now.
Why didn't
Hey,
they just do
don't-
that with the
don't you have
Death
the-
Star?
Yeah,
you
that's a
know?
uni-
universe
the-
breaking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't you have to plot certain routes?
They could have
because
done
of
that like
Well,
a dozen
I don't know what
times
I'm
in all the other movies.
Well,
but it's
well,
more. It's funnier in the next one, the Rise of Palpatine. It's funny in there where they had to correct that and say, "Oh, well, do some auto maneuvers, do some real damage." Oh, it's a 1 in a million shot. Hold on, it was done once. It has a success rate of 100%.
Yes.
It's not a million and one. Then
Target
Rise of
spaceship,
Skywalker
it's-
spent a lot of time trying to correct the mistakes of Last Jedi, and in
Yeah.
in doing so, made their movie even worse.
Yeah.
Rise of
JJ
Skywalker
was
is worse
mad.
than Last Jedi.
try digging up.
I don't know why they didn't just let JJ or whoever, somebody just let one person do all three movies. It's just
Well,
I'd like
Lucas
to
tried
see
that.
if
Look what
they
happened with
did all
him.
three.
They needed to have a vision from the beginning. So like
Yeah.
they needed to have an actual outline that made sense from
3
the
years.
Three
beginning.
movies.
Yeah.
3 movies in 4 years. That's like that's not enough time.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I agree, Carolyn. Ray should have not been related to anybody. I thought that was like the one stroke of genius Rian Johnson had in The Last Jedi. But no, that also got undone. Became a clone of Palpatine, of course.
I would have made her a Kenobi
Sure.
because
you could do
Kenobi
that.
went into hiding.
Yeah, you got the-
Kenobi
what's her
could have
name?
easily slipped out of the ways of the Jedi. Maybe met somebody,
And slipped
loved,
into
blah blah
something
blah.
Yeah.
Have some family.
Ooh,
It'd make
ouch,
more
wow,
sense for him to
wow.
be a Kenobi.
Yeah, it would have.
Her.
That's what I was.
Well,
yeah.
Palpatine. Wait, he's dead. Well, no, he's not. I watched him blow up.
Somehow he
twice.
returned.
No, he didn't. Yeah,
Hey.
great writing.
Well, when you establish cloning,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
There were no Camino.
we've all
around.
seen the boys from Brazil.
You know what y'all have absolutely convinced me of sitting here listening to you talk?
What?
Y'all have all convinced me how much superior Star Trek is to Star Wars.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Are you anxious for Starfleet Academy?
no.
No.
More than I am anything involving Papa Smear.
I will say one caveat: as long as we're
fair.
not talking about Star Trek 5, then
Well,
yes,
it's
Star
funny.
Wars, Star Trek is very.
When you mentioned Starfleet Academy, honest to God, when I first heard about it, my first thought was, "Oh dear God, no."
All I got to say, and this is something that you can check out on my channel. I have reviewed Starfleet Academy comic books, and if Starfleet Academy, the TV show, is as good as the comic books,
It won't
you
be.
might want to reserve your opinion till you see it.
I'm
might wanna
afraid they're
see-
going to make
you
it
might wanna
woke
check
and
out the
politically
poster.
correct and
Yeah.
timely and topical.
If they make it like the
Like-
comic books, it's going to be about 150% different than what
You
you
might want to check out the promotional poster for Starfleet Academy. All right, it looks
Say.
like something out of Friends or One Tree Hill
Or Dawson's Creek or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
No
you know,
hopes.
It's yeah. But my first thought is it's Dawson Creek meets Space Academy. And
Yeah,
I'm
when
like,
it comes
I
to
didn't like either
modern
one of
Trek,
those.
it's just you've got Brave New Worlds and everything else is terrible. Okay. Okay, I
Mercy.
am actually going to call it here because my back is
okay.
killing me.
Okay.
Poor guy.
So I don't have anything dropping today because I had my Planet of the Apes video dropping just like 2 days ago.
This is
But
where
like I
came
said,
in.
I'm working on a thing on Donovan's Brain, which should come out next week on Sunday. And we will keep doing this. Damien, are you going to be available
Yeah,
next week?
I'll be
Okay.
available next week. Yeah.
Then we can just keep the conversation going.
Keep the same list and everything. Yep.
And I know Thrash and Dan, you've got a show tonight. I'm probably not going to make it. I'm just
Oh,
going to be
sorry,
going
dude.
to bed. I
But
appreciate
Shane
it.
and Damien, if you'd like, it's going to be just general
I'm really,
Q&A.
I'm
tonight.
really hoping with my deteriorating weather and how bad things are here in South Carolina with my signal, I hope I make it to the night show.
I hope you do. I'll at least try to watch
Likewise.
it. And be
I
in the
was
chat.
very happy I made it through today.
Yeah, you're fine. Your connection's fine.
I don't know about that.
Shane, you got anything else going on?
I'm scheduled for 4, but I think I'm gonna start about 3. Gonna go
Okay.
up here and see Pops and the dog right quick. Doing an unboxing, doing my Christmas stuff I bought for me, and it's all work related. So fun, not fun, whatever. My new toys.
Hooray!
It's always fun when you're like a single parent and you have kids and you're like online buying their Christmas presents and your own for them to wrap and give to you.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I need this and I need that, and here you can wrap that up for me. Like me and my oldest were in Target the other day because she needed new shirts for, before Christmas. Apparently, she couldn't wait until Christmas to get those as gifts for some reason. And I saw a shirt I wanted. I was like, cool, Christmas gift for me. You can wrap this up. Handed it to her when we left.
Yeah, I just got my Christmas present in the mail yesterday. The Lathe of Heaven.
Oh.
The PBS special from 1981.
You know how hard that was to track down?
I can't
I bet.
imagine. Oh my god!
Nice, Dan. Love it.
It's the Bigfoot travel cup. I got that for my birthday, but my birthday's so close to Christmas it don't matter. Also got a really cool Bigfoot hat. Now you can see a video of all the stuff I got on my channel. Check out the Daily Dan blog. That's it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit the button now. Thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of the devil, Terminator Dark